Good morning, everybody. Good morning, entrepreneurs. Good morning, LifeVantage consultants. And a huge, big welcome to any guests on the call with us or any guests who are watching this recording. Before I get started, I just want to let you know that we need to just make proper disclosures. LifeVantage does not promise the financial success of any consultant. And as we move through, we will be making some references to what people can earn. Nothing in this presentation is a representation that you will be financially successful, because it all depends on your talents. It depends on what effort you put in and so on. So that's just what we have to clear. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Margie Hare. I've been with LifeVantage for just over 5 years now, and my clinic work is in lymphatic drainage. But I'm passionate about helping people improve their health, taking charge of their health naturally. So with that in mind, I just want to share a quick story with you. When I joined LifeVantage, my back was against the wall. Financially, I was not sound. There were times when I was house sitting because I couldn't afford the rent. I had been ill for quite some time. And when I did start taking the product, I was very skeptical. So I wasn't looking for a business and I wasn't looking for a product. But once I started on the product, the story that Charlotte so often tells, dig the well before you're thirsty. I didn't actually realize what that meant. But what happened with me, I joined the company. I was in, I think, month 3. I had to rush off to South Africa and look after my grandchildren. And my business partner just said, don't worry, off you go. Family comes first. I'll look after your business. I thought, what does that mean? Anyway, off I went. I was away for nearly 6 months. When I left, I was Pro 2. When I came back, Trish, she sat me down and she said, Margie, you're Pro 4. I said, that's impossible. I haven't done anything. Well, the work that I did in those first nearly 3 months, that propelled me to the next level. And every single month I was away, I earned a solid income. It came in every single month I was away. And it happened again. I had to be away for 5 months, 2 years later, just in the hype of COVID. And what happened again? I didn't do any work. I didn't make any phone calls. I didn't go on any calls. I didn't enroll anybody. And yet my income not only came in every month as my residual, but it increased. Where do you find a job you can go away for 6 months and still be paid? Well, that's my story. And I am so grateful that I took up that advice of dear Trish, who said, you need this product. So we found that one business model stood out from the rest. This practical business model creates passive income, which is what I earned while I was away, but requires relatively little cash investment up front. Now, that for me was very relative. I had no money. So the small investment made it possible for me to start a business. It is very low overheads and can be operated on a flexible part-time basis until it generates enough cash flow for the entrepreneur to transition out of their current full-time job. And that business model is called network marketing. Now, you all know Robert Kiyosaki. This is what he said, and this is what we're going to cover. So in terms of network marketing, it goes back a long time. People think it's relatively recent, but it's not. The first company was in 1855 called Southwestern Advantage. Isn't that interesting? Not LifeVantage, Southwestern Advantage. In 2021, it was a $148 million company. And so it goes through, and you'll notice there, between 1990 and 1996, that's when Amway, Tupperware, Avon, where network marketing actually went global. It was accepted as a business model. Now, currently, there are 13,000 registered network marketing companies. And guess what? Only 11 of those are registered on the NASDAQ. They are publicly listed, and we are amongst those. Avon, Nu Skin, Usana, Amway, Herbalife, Tupperware, LifeVantage, and so on. There are only 11 on the NASDAQ. It's really important that when you are thinking about choosing a network marketing company, that you choose a company that is publicly listed, so it's transparent. So this is really interesting. The best category in wellness, as you can see by this graph, look at that orange line there. It's health and wellness. And it's the only one that's actually climbing. Now, in 2020, 37.4% increase in wellness. And that line is on a trajectory. It's still increasing. So do you think that we are in the right space to grow our businesses? Again, Robert Kiyosaki, everyone who wants to be an entrepreneur should take a look at network marketing business. Some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies, such as Citibank, Avon, Levi, Smith Barney, distribute their product through a network marketing model or through a direct sales system. And this is what we have. This is the gift that we offer. Now, if there's somebody that knows network marketing, it's Trish Hunt. I've had the privilege of working with Trish Hunt, not only here, but in a previous company. She is an entrepreneur extraordinaire. She has 50 years experience in sales and marketing. She is a life coach, and she started out in beauty. So she's got a wealth of knowledge across many areas. What some people might not know about Trishy is that her favorite waste of time is with her granddaughter. Trishy is already retired, as am I. And we are on the Australian pension, and being on the pension does not give us financial freedom or a lifestyle. How many people are on the pension who do not have the financial freedom that Trishy and I have? Trishy, I'd like to ask you a very warm welcome to you, and thank you for getting up so early this morning.
Oh, thank you, Margie. Yes, it's very early. Good morning, everybody. I don't have lipstick on, as Margie knows. Just thought I'd say that, Margie.
Trishy, so what I want to ask you, because you are the best person to answer this question, how have you found LifeVantage has been able to boost your income and lifestyle in the 5+ years that you have been with LifeVantage?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Let me just quickly clarify this. I've been passionate about network marketing for 30 years. This is my 27th network marketing company. I didn't fail at the other network marketing companies. I just had magnificent learning experiences. I knew what worked. I knew what I was looking for. I knew what I wanted. And when I found LifeVantage after a very big health journey, and I was looking for something to rebuild my body after chemo, and I saw that we had this one sticky little product that no one in the world had. And I thought, snapping, this has got to be the golden nugget. And then I looked at the compensation plan, and I looked at the company and the systems, because I knew the systems. And I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. I couldn't wait to get started and start selling people this product and helping people get what I was getting from the product. So it's made an amazing difference, not just to my health, but my income. You know, I can afford to do things today. I don't have that same restraint that I did. And having been with my last network marketing company for 10 years, and really struggling and working very, very hard, I was not financially benefiting. And 10 years is a long time. And, you know, it was my forever company until I found LifeVantage. And LifeVantage is now my forever company because of the systems, because of the payment plan, because of the new evolved payment plan that helps you grow an income without managing people. You just can do it on customers. So it's very exciting. It's a very exciting time for LifeVantage. And it's certainly made a difference to my lifestyle.
Oh, Trishy, thank you for that. Trish, you know, at our age, how does it feel that you are building an asset so that one day when you step off and you're no longer here, your family still earn every single month from what you've built?
Yes, exciting, Margie. It's really something special. When I first looked at LifeVantage and I looked at the My Life Ventures bonus, which was 38,000 US dollars, I thought that's my goal. That was my goal. Because, you know, it's really exciting to get such a nice bonus and it's achievable. And how does it feel to be leaving a legacy for my children? It's a lovely feeling because, as Charlotte says, you don't know what's around the corner. And I don't know what's around the corner. Things change in an instant. I want to know that my children don't struggle financially when I'm no longer here. And with this program and this system and this company, I can do exactly that.
Thank you, Trishy. That's so valuable to know and know how it's affected you. Fantastic. So this is a really interesting slide because LifeVantage only has 60 consultants globally. But when you look here, 6 million, Avon, 6,400,000. Look at Herbalife, 5,500,000, and so on. Mary Kay, 3,500,000. Those are the number of consultants or distributors they have. But look, we have only got 60,000. So for anybody on this call, LifeVantage is only just beginning. We are at our infancy. We haven't even gone into momentum. So if you're considering what is a good deal, this is a fantastic opportunity. So network marketing gives more people the opportunity to be an entrepreneur. 5.1 million people found entrepreneurship opportunities in network marketing industry, and this is growing all the time. Network marketing requires a minimal startup cost of $82.50. That is an average when compared with other industries. And you'll hear a little bit later, 30,000 is what is a minimum startup cost for a company. There are currently 14% more women entrepreneurs. I'm just moving this off the screen. Than there were 20 years ago. And this model really offers women an opportunity that they certainly didn't have before. Multi-level and network marketing is an excellent second income opportunity. Millions of people all over America and throughout the world are taking advantage of the opportunity multi-level marketing offers to start and build a successful business quickly, inexpensively. Those are really important. We need to earn money quickly, and the huge investment is not what a lot of people have, especially at this time. They use the foundation of the network marketing business to learn vital business skills at a low cost. And when you join a company like LifeVantage, it's all there. You don't have to do anything. Now, there's one person who I'd like to introduce to you, which is Kim Wagner. She is an entrepreneur. Kim has been full-time banking for 30 years. She has also had stress as a stress and mindset coach as a business. Kim is a published author and has been with LifeVantage since 2021. Her initial goal is to retire her husband from his tradesman job, and her ultimate goal is to leave paid employment. Now, the one question I'd like to ask Kim, having been in banking for 20 odd years or 30 years, she has not enjoyed the privilege of an overseas trip. Now, Kim, firstly, before you tell me about your travel, fabulous travels with LifeVantage, I'd love you to just share your story of why you joined LifeVantage.
Oh, thanks, Margie. So, yeah, I've been in banking for 30 odd years and I do travel a lot. Travel is my love language. So I have always traveled before. However, I'd never had a fully paid for trip before. So why LifeVantage for me was really the health benefits. My husband's a tradesman, so he's a bit broken, as you can imagine, in his early 50s. He's a little bit broken, and I was looking for something that would help him. And at the same time, I discovered the LifeVantage business side as well. And I realized that it was something that could help him, help a lot of people, help myself, and also be a good way to have a side hustle so I could step out of my paid employment. So, yeah. So, sorry, what was the rest of the question was how has it been?
What I wanted to ask you was, what are the travel opportunities you've enjoyed so far? Because I know there's another one on your horizon.
There is. So when I first started in April 2021, I had absolutely no clue what I was doing. So I just shared with love because that's what I do. I'm not a seller, I'm a sharer. And I very, very quickly, within I think 2 months, qualified for a trip to Hamilton Island, which unfortunately due to COVID didn't happen. But last year I went to Croatia for free. There were 2 of us went to Croatia for free. I was the first in Australia to qualify for that one. Next week I'm going to the US for a free summit, and I think there's at least one other person on here that's coming with. I think Trish is coming on that. Are you coming on that, Trish? Thumbs up. No? So I'm going to the US in a week, and I've also qualified for Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic for next February. And I do this whilst I work full time. I have stress and mindset coaching business. I write, I have a family, and I just squeeze it in during my day because it's pretty simple.
So, Kim, just before we go, is that still your goal to retire your husband?
Oh, yeah, for sure. He semi-retired 2 weeks ago. So
congratulations.
Yeah, so I found
fantastic.
that. Yeah, so I realized I don't know if I want him fully retired and hanging around all the time. But he did. He semi-retired 2 weeks ago, which is amazing.
Congratulations.
So yeah, definitely on track.
So you and I, we're going to be playing in Punta Cana.
We certainly are.
So moving on, there are 5 key components of choosing the right company. This is a very important thing to consider. It's the company's transparency, the products and services, the compensation plan, the culture, and the growth potential. Now, in those 5, LifeVantage ticks the box because we are publicly listed with NASDAQ. It's very transparent. Everything is published. They can't hide anything. The products, you've heard already a couple of recommendations, the fact that the products are unique. You can't buy them anywhere else. You have to buy them from us. The comp plan, it certainly does give us the opportunity to have financial freedom. And now the culture. We are a bunch of people with a solid community where health and wellness is to the fore. And the company is a pioneer in anti-aging, nutrigenomics, and activation. And we all are in this together, and together we rise. And the growth potential, as I touched on earlier, is huge because we're in the right sector where the growth is happening. So the company, publicly listed, the transparency is there, the financial position is fantastic because the company is not in debt. They've been in business a long time, more than 20 years in the research and when the company was launched. The reputation speaks for itself. The executive team is absolutely amazing. They have our backs at every turn. The forecasting and remaining relevant is to the forefront with our corporate team. So when it comes to the products, these are important factors. A broad market appeal. That means it appeals to everybody. Everybody who's breathing, everybody who's eating, everybody who's playing sport. It's a very wide base that we can share the products. Third-party science validation. We are the only company that has 28 published papers that are on PubMed.gov. Now that's a really important, it's like the medical library of the world. Our products are unique because you cannot, there isn't, even with Protandim, It's been on the market for more than 12 years, and there's still nobody that's got anything that comes close. We know the results are incredible because we have testimonials every week from our clients. Is there the necessity? Absolutely. Now, R&D is very important for me and for many on this call and many who are still going to join us, because we have doctors, we have nurses, we have physiotherapists, many people in the medical profession. So research and development is absolutely vital, that we are at the leading edge, and that we are. One very important factor is that we are not in the shops and we're not on online platforms. You can only buy from us. So when you join the company, you know that your product is secure. So when it comes to the compensation plan, every type of builder can earn good money. You decide how you want to build your business. So we all build in different ways. And what is fantastic is in the first 90 days, when they say pays fast, yes, it is. In the first 90 days, a consultant can earn thousands of dollars on the special bonuses that they've put in place with our new Evolve plan. Equal commission on new and repeat orders. Now, this is a new introduction, which is fantastic. So when a customer orders, when they order next month, that same commission, and the next month, and the next month. So what we say, for the work you do now, you get paid and paid and paid and paid and paid. I like that. So unlimited income potential. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. Your income is definitely dependent on the amount of time, effort, energy, and skills you put into the business. It's unlimited. The global bonus option. So here there's a lot of opportunities where, as you rise up in the company and you reach a certain level, there are bonuses available to us which expand our income every month, not just a one-off, every month. Are we relevant to current world trends? Absolutely, we definitely are. So the culture. What I like is the collaboration between our top leaders. If Trish can't help me with something, Trish enrolled me, we go to the next one up. Our team is full of people who are eager to share, help, and we rise together as we work together. Shared success techniques. So if I come up with an idea that I test and it's working, I don't just keep it to myself. We share everything so we all grow and have the benefits. We are one team, many teams within one team. We all play to win, and there's no favoritism. We all it's an even playing field when you join and as you move through the ranks. So this growth potential, LifeVantage has moved through stage one, the startup phase, where it can be a bit chaotic, things change and whatever. So the organized growth stage two. This is when it's data driven and our company is within that percentage, 200 to 800 million sales per annum. That's a good position to be in because we are heading towards momentum. So the $1 billion milestone, yes, that is within our vision, and that is going to be happening. The stabilization phase, that's not a big growth phase, that's maintenance. So anybody deciding to join LifeVantage has decided as to join us at the perfect time. Why do we choose network marketing? Well, how easy is our business? We can work from anywhere. If you've got a phone and you've got a laptop, you can work when you're on holiday, you can work at home, you can go to the local coffee shop when your cleaner comes in. If it's a beautiful day, you can go to the beach, you can go in a caravan, as Charlotte has done, and you work from wherever you are. Now, many people have the idea that they are too good to buy and sell small products to the people around them. These people are always amazed when they find out that doctors, lawyers, engineers, architects, and other highly professional people are busy, not only joining LifeVantage, but are busy building successful multi-level marketing businesses in order to create a second income stream for themselves and their families. This is, for those of you who haven't heard of Brian Tracy, Getting Rich Your Own Way. It's a fantastic book. It's a good read. And this gives you a little bit of background to where we are going. Now, doing other tasks in between your work. This slide, the person that it reminds me of is Andrew. So I just want to introduce you to another entrepreneur, Andrew Woodford. He's based out in Tasmania, and he's so kindly hosted us as we went there for our leadership retreat. But Andrew, I mean, how does one describe this incredible person? He works full-time. He's a full-time parent for his children, and he's a carer for his beautiful wife. And he still builds this business in the pockets of his life. So, Andrew, a warm welcome and thank you for coming on the call this morning. I know you are so busy. You're probably the busiest of all of us. But the one thing I do know is that you are time poor. So what I want to ask you, Andrew, why is it that you joined LifeVantage when you are so busy anyway?
Thanks, Margie, and so thanks so much for having me. Initially, I joined for the product because I needed to be well. I needed to be, I guess, at the top of my game all the time. As you said in the introduction, yeah, I'm pretty busy. I work 50, 60 hours a week as a full-time professional sales. It's very demanding and very, very fast organization or fast business industry. And I was finding myself getting a bit tired. Plus, I'm also a runner, so I wanted something that was going to help me recover fast from running, and also for longevity of life. I knew there had to be something out there. I had been searching for quite some time, and I guess preventative maintenance is my key in regards to what I do professionally. And I thought the same thing for my for the human body. Prevention is far better than trying to find a cure. So that was my initial reason for joining. I didn't know about the business for some time until later on.
Isn't that interesting? I didn't realize that, Andrew. That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing. What I would like to ask you, Andrew, is would you like to share with us your long-term vision for retiring yourself from your job?
Exactly. As you alluded to, my wife is not very well and is never going to change from that. So I was looking, when I found out about the business, I thought, well, hang on a sec. Here's an opportunity. Here's something that can actually allow me to build a second income stream to eventually retire myself from my job. Now, I've looked at lots of businesses. I actually act as a business consultant to businesses, and it's interesting. I do heaps and heaps of different business people. Most of them are pretty well burned out. Most of them have got businesses that they can't sell because nobody wants to buy them. Most of them feel like they're trapped, and most of them have bought a job. It's really interesting to hear some of the stories I get from various different clients. So when I started looking around, at the end of the day, if you're working for somebody, you are going to work for the rest of your life. A business is the only way for you to move from paid employment to controlling your own life. If somebody else is employing you, that means they control your income. And that's a scary thing. I mean, I don't know if anybody's had a look at AI, but AI is going to replace a whole bunch of people in different industries over the next decade, and that's scary. So yeah, I looked at the business, and now I can see the opportunity as a simple way of building a business from scratch without having the huge amount of capital that you need to buy into a business or a franchise, if that makes sense. Yeah. So listen, for me, it's the opportunity to, buy my way out of a job.
Andrew, thank you. That is so valuable, especially for people who are considering this as their second option. Again, Stephen Covey says, everyone who gets involved in network marketing begins on a level playing field. You're not judged by your age. Trishi and I are over 70, and here we are doing it and loving it and are very successful. Doesn't matter about your background, doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter what your education is. We've got people here with double degrees. We've got people here who are tradespeople. It doesn't matter where you come from, your background, or your financial condition. And I started with a 0 base of financial condition. So, and as you help lift others to a higher level, the industry rewards you. It is an inspiring business model indeed. I attest to that, those exact words of Stephen Covey. So we mentioned earlier, the average business costs about 30,000 to set up, plus, if you're lucky, 30,000. In network marketing, you get the opportunity to start small, often by investing a few dollars for a simple kit and taking orders from friends and neighbors, which you then fulfill by buying the product from a consultant and delivering it. In this process, you learn business skills of selling, organizing, making presentations. You have to be aware of the accounting, team building, working with others, negotiating, persuading, communicating, and I'm going to add some more into that. We also learn to care about one another. So Brian Tracy has a huge amount of experience, and this is so true for the business that we're in. So when it comes to LifeVantage, we don't have any, our overheads are extremely low. We have great tax cuts as well. We don't have staff, we don't have officers, we don't have infantry, and we don't have to look after things like deliveries. We don't have to carry stock. We don't have to, if a product is faulty or whatever, we don't have to worry about the returns. Customer services take charge of all of that. And when it comes to our computer system that we work on, we call it our back office, is state of the art. We don't pay for any maintenance on that. The company does all of that and keeps us up to date all the time. So Zig Ziglar and John Hayes wrote a book, Network Marketing for Dummies, fabulous book. Network marketing is a dynamic, exciting, and rapidly expanding profession worldwide, as we've seen before. It's also a legitimate profession. And, you know, don't let anybody tell you, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, it's a this, it's a that. It absolutely not. It's a legitimate profession that generates wealth for millions of individuals and contributes positively to our global society. It offers, Charlotte and I were in the Philippines 2 years ago, and we saw very financially deprived people who, with a tiny little bit of money that they earn, they are investing in network marketing because it offers them an opportunity to earn money that they can't earn in their own country. Well, when it comes to working from home, very different from being an employee. And this is what Brian Tracy says. The business model itself has been tried and proven successfully worldwide for more than 50 years. Listen to that, 50 years. It works for anyone, and I'm going to repeat this. It works for anyone who is willing to invest the necessary sweat equity. I'll repeat that, sweat equity. Are you prepared to put in the time? Are you prepared to put in the hours? Are you prepared to have the nose? If you're prepared to just stick at it, that is what is required by any business. So why not network marketing? It requires people to be on the ball, to keep their name in the game, to plug in, and that's what it requires. If you're prepared to do that, you will be successful. Those that are not successful are the ones who quit. This is another thing that I absolutely love, the fact that our business is very secure. You're not going to fire yourself. It allows you to have the stability of your network. No one can take that away from you. And to top it all, our businesses and our revenue generated is willable to our kids. So this job, this future for us is a secure base to work from, which brings me to our next speaker is coming, sorry. So when it comes to the company, together we can move mountains. So you're not working alone. The trainings, the coaching, the encouragement, the personal growth that the company offer, that our teams offer, that our trainers offer, it's at our fingertips and it's free and it's up to date all the time. Spend an evening with a bunch of network marketers, and you may be amazed by their positive attitudes, their friendliness, and their willingness to help one another. They don't keep secrets from one another. If they find a solution to a problem, they want everyone to take advantage of it. So we work together for the common goal. Conventional businesses, it states that it takes 3 years to break even. And that brings me to Janine Burns. A very warm welcome to you and thank you for coming on our call today. Just a little bit about Janine. She is a personal trainer, and she was the first lady that went on to join the Royal Navy and went out as a personal trainer on a warship. How awesome is that? So Janine has been with LifeVantage for 7 years now. And as many of us women, I'm included, so is Trish, we've been through the drama and the trauma of a divorce. When this happened to Janine, there were things like her skills, because she'd been in a business with her ex, some of her skills were out of date. She couldn't get a job. She couldn't get a mortgage. So, Janine, what I want to ask you is, why did you join LifeVantage?
Oh, hi, everybody. It's not so much as to why I joined LifeVantage as to why I chose network marketing as a way to earn a living. And just to put the two together, everybody's been talking about doing LifeVantage alongside their job till it gets to a place where they can then leave their job and have the residual income. And that's really typical of a lot of network marketing companies. You build your job and then you work your network marketing business until you can take over. But that wasn't what I needed. I needed to earn money now. So whilst I'm self-employed and I run several small businesses, I needed to get more income immediately. So one of the things I absolutely love about LifeVantage is that you build up your residual income like traditional network marketing businesses, but you can earn money immediately. And the earning money immediately was a big plus for me. Now, you've already gone through a lot of the other things. It had to be unique. I mean, I looked at loads and loads of network marketing businesses. And I had this really strict list. One of the things, it had to be unique. The product had to be unique. And this is exactly what, NRF2 activation is, Pretendum is. So it was as much about the business model as the product. It was the whole package basically for me.
Fantastic. And tell me, Janine, what advice would you give anybody who's considering joining LifeVantage?
Get on with it. Just start. So the expression, how do you eat an elephant, a bite at a time? And a lot of people kind of say to me, oh, I can't do what you do, Janine. I'm not you. I'm not. Well, the thing I always put back to people is the dripping tap still fills the bucket, and so just getting on and doing it and being consistent and persistent. And this goes with everything in life. If you want to lose weight, if you want to get fit, if you want to save money, everything, it's just do a little bit at a time, bit at a time, because it's too easy to get overwhelmed and then do nothing. So just start and just do a little bit, learn as you go, because it's not easy and it's not hard. It just is. You just have to actually do it. And Nike came out with the best slogan in the world. And again, this applies for so many things. Just do it.
Janine, thank you so much. That's great advice. And you are a living example of exactly that. So here we see that a social network, you make friends, you share what you have, and you do it without leaving your home. You work in a stress-free environment with no boss hanging around and watching over you. And what I love, no one tells me when I can go on holiday. No one tells me when I can go and visit my children. And that is really important. I've got one daughter in Cape Town, one daughter in the UK. When I need to go and see them, I need to see them. I don't want to have to ask someone if I can go. And that I have. I'm so thrilled. Now, when it comes to creating a legacy, this model, being an entrepreneur for your children, is to show them what entrepreneurship is, so they can expect to live a life outside the box, not go to school, work hard, go to university, get a job, because it's not like that anymore. Things have changed, and they are changing. Show them how we all have an equal opportunity to live a balanced life of our choice. Conventional business may give you money, but there's little to no leveraged income. So what does this mean? It means that the work that we do, the time we spend training our team, as they work, so we get paid. That is leveraged income. In a job, or if you're in a clinic or whatever, like I am, part of the time, you get a customer and you get paid. You've got to find another customer to get paid. You've got to find another customer to get paid. And that's not leveraged income. So when I get to this slide, there's only one person that comes to mind. Is fear versus regret. Be uncomfortable in the short term so you can have what you want in the long term. So both that first one and the second one and this third one, the power of making a decision, saying yes, and then sticking to your decision. Set your mind and keep it set. So all three of these sum up this amazing woman that leads our team. Charlotte Fenter has changed my life beyond my wildest dreams. Some people might not know, but she's an advocate to stop human trafficking. One of her favorite pastimes, like Trishy, is playing with her beautiful granddaughter. So Charlotte is a wife, mum, and grandma. She's an awesome business owner and was awarded Telstra Business Award nominee recently. Charlotte made a decision one day. She decided she has to retire her engineer husband. And this is what she said. She said it was killing him. Charlotte, a huge welcome this morning, and thank you for all your leadership and your guidance to all of us in this team.
Oh, thank you so much, Margie. Wow, that's a beautiful introduction. I'm overwhelmed really just by your words. It's touched me. So thank you so much. A bit about my story. I'm married to the love of my life, Andre. He's an engineer. As you can hear, I'm South African. We have two amazing children. We moved from South Africa to Australia about 21 years ago now. And we've always been really hardworking people. We've done multiple different businesses. I've had conventional businesses, big businesses, small businesses. My husband's worked for himself as well as worked in corporate. And really the past, his last 12 years of work was working for a company in Brisbane as a staff member. And we live on the Sunshine Coast. So daily he would commute 2 to 3 hours to work and back. And over the years, I saw him just getting more tired. And I was just thinking, oh, it's just, he's getting older. That's just what happens. And then around 2015, one day we went to the beach on a Saturday. we were sitting at the beach, and I looked at him thinking, he just doesn't look happy. He's just always miserable. You know, especially I could see when it got to Sunday afternoons, he would be just grumpy, just not fun to be around, knowing that tomorrow was Monday and he had to do it all again. And so I said to him on the beach, I said, honey, do you still dream? And he looked at me like, what is wrong with you women? No, I don't dream. I am barely surviving. And I remember leaving the beach feeling so sad. I cried and cried for days thinking, how did we get here? We have worked so hard all of our lives. We've had such dreams, such goals to get to. And we found ourselves, you know, he was late in his 50s. I was sort of, how old was I? Probably around late 40s. There's an 8-year gap between us. And I thought, this is not okay. Something needs to change. And I just kept going. That very year, December, my husband had a heart attack, which almost was fatal. And after the heart attack, we got back home. I was obviously really concerned about him. We had this little routine that once a year, at the end of the year, we would hop into a bubble bath, normally between Christmas and December, Christmas and New Year's. And we would just sit in this bubble bath for hours and contemplate our lives, do like an audit. What has happened in the year? What's good? What's bad? What do we need to change? How's our relationships? How's the finance? How are the children? How's our future? And oh my gosh, when we started thinking about the next year, the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 20 years financially, where we would be at, when we could retire, it was a very, very tough moment. I will tell you that most of that time in the bath, I cried. He was super emotional, also having just come through almost losing his life. And I knew in my gut that something had to change. So that very day, I made a decision that as soon as he was back at work after New Year's and the kids were back doing what they were doing, I was going to go and find something to retire my husband. I knew I needed to get him out of his job. And so I did. I went looking. I had conventional business, as I mentioned. I was going to do nothing other than network marketing. Why? Low cost, low risk, and leverage. Would you rather have 100% of income on what you can do, or would you rather have 1% on what 100 people can do? And definitely 1% on what 100 people can do is by far the better outcome. So I started looking for a company, started looking for products that I thought could really make a difference, really help people, not just an average, another product, but a breakthrough, different kind of product. Found LifeVantage about 2 weeks in from looking. Took me 4 months to do my due diligence. But man, I was skeptical. I was so nervous. I was still thinking, oh my gosh, what if this wasn't going to work? But then I knew that I could never say it was or wasn't if I didn't just give it my all. So I started. I had very little experience. I had business experience, but I had very little network marketing experience. But I believed that if I just learned, I was coachable, and I did the work, I could achieve success. Friends, it took me 2 years and 9 months to retire my husband, Margie. I remember the day I phoned him. I remember phoning saying, honey, I've got great news. You can, when you get home tonight, we can type up your resignation letter. And I remember him just being dead quiet on the other side of the phone. And I said, Andre, it's real. It's real, honey. We can do it. Anyway, he got home. We typed up the letter. He was super nervous, handing in his resignation. He's like, are you sure? What if it goes back? Do you know he's been retired now? It's almost 5 years. It is the best times of our lives. It has been incredible to see my husband literally reverse his aging because of the stress that corporate world put on him. He is back to being the happy guy that I married. And it has just been life-changing for us. You know, my next goal, Margie, is, and what I'm working on now, is to create complete financial freedom for my children and for us for decades. You know, we're getting older, and I want to ensure that I leave a huge legacy. When I'm gone, I want my children and my grandchildren and their children to be receiving a check from me every single month. They need to remember their grandma, their G-mama, right? And I really know that I can make an impact by just working with LifeVantage and giving it my all. So I'm so honored to be on this call. Thank you for letting me share. This has been the best thing I have done in my entire life. And it also is allowing us, looking into the future, to really do what we are passionate about, which is help more children get out of the sex trafficking world. So it is just life-changing. I really encourage anybody interested in even just creating that little bit of additional income, put your toe in it, jump all in, and see where it takes you. Thank you so much for letting me share. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Charlotte. You know, just for those on the call who might not know Charlotte very well, Charlotte was the pioneer that brought Protandem to Australia. She also started Team Activate. Team Activate is one of the biggest teams in Australasia. So if anyone wants to join a team that has the best leader and trainer and someone who's a strategist beyond reproach, Charlotte is our girl. Thank you, Charlotte. So as we sort of draw towards the close, I've got a few more things to share with you. Network marketing gives you the opportunity to face your fears, as Charlotte has explained. Deal with them, overcome them, and bring out the winner that you have living inside of you. It allows you to know that you are enough. So again, Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective Network Marketing Professionals. Fabulous book. So network marketing is the industry that entices with its abundance. You can achieve financial independence while enjoying time freedom. And your message is that anyone else who wants it can achieve it too. There's no need to feel threatened because there is plenty for everyone. The market is wide open. The message to us is, come and join us. We can all win together. Thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it. And if you have any questions, please go back to the person who invited you or shared this recording with you. Bye for now.